Hi everybody, welcome to Cats on Film Pod. I'm Ray Island here with my co-host Skipper. Thank you for joining us every Tuesday as we review cats and film. You can support us at pod.fan/catsonfilmpod. Spoilers ahead! On today's episode, we're reviewing Cats, which was originally titled Cats in Peachtopia. The CGI animated feature came out in China in 2018. The lip sync is probably the last thing I was paying attention to, so the English dub wasn't a problem for me. Let's recap. I'll try to keep it brief. Blanket is a young gray shorthair living a comfortable life with a nice Chinese lady in a high-rise in a big city. She brings in a black shorthair called the Stray, but kicks him out when he invites a bunch of other little stray kitties in to enjoy the comfy apartment. Blanket is heartbroken at losing his only feline companion and runs away. It is quite a betrayal, but when she finds him out in the cold, he's very happy to come back to the apartment and vows to never go outside again. Lounging in your nice backyard is very different from the cold streets of a big city, Skipper. Anyways, Blanket tries to instill the same fear of the city in his young ginger son, Cape. The names have meaning.
This is such a nice home. We lack only the things we don't need. You should be content just like I am.
I don't want to be like you, Dad.
Ooh, burn. Little Cape gets the ginger coloring from his mom, who is unnamed and whose face we never see for some reason. They pointedly avoid showing her face. It's weird, like there's no reveal that she's actually some recognizable movie star or like that one suspicious person we saw one time at the beginning of the movie. The movie's about father-son relationships, but that doesn't mean they have to erase the mom like that. I don't know. Anyways, one day a macaw named Mac moves in with Blanket and Cape. She and some city birds inspire Cape to build flying machines to help him get to the fabled Peachtopia beyond the city. The flying machines are really fantastic. He's such a smart kitty and brave. I don't think I'm brave enough to jump out a window with just soda bottles and a glider strapped to my back. How about you, Skipper? You're right, flying is for the birds. After little Cape rockets out of the apartment window, Blanket and Mac follow him on foot. The animators do a great job of recreating feline behaviors, such as Blanket's wiggly agitation and strong aversion to water. Poor kitty. Eventually, they all get to a glass factory that must be traversed to reach Peachtopia. Yeah, those raccoons with the red armbands are awful. Even if working for the glass artisan is the only way to avoid being tortured and killed by him, they're enjoying trapping those other animals way too much. Despicable. There's a lot of action and danger, and this movie is definitely not suitable for small children. Yeah, it started off so cute, and then there's this fascist imagery and animal cruelty, and do they even actually make it to Peachtopia, or is that the afterlife? Right, that would fit with Blanket telling little Cape his mom went to Peachtopia rather than admitting that she died when he was a kitten. I was wondering that too. Peaches must have a particular significance in Chinese culture. Everything else in this movie has a secondary meaning. Yes, Peachtopia looks beautiful. So many trees and flowers and rolling grassy hills. If only our backyard was that big. The animals who escape from the glass factory meet the critters who are already living in Peachtopia, and they live together in blissful harmony. There's even a dance party. Well, I love dance parties, even if you run out of the room when I turn on anything with a heavy bass line. But back to Peachtopia, Blanket and Mac decide to return to the comfy apartment, and little Cape decides to travel on his own. The little Cape separating from Blanket is poignant, but seeing him running off to new adventures is really heartwarming. Then Stray and the lead raccoon, who'd been absolutely terrorizing Stray for years, they become buddies, I guess, sort of like the end of Casablanca.
It doesn't suit an old stray cat like me.
Why is any place you can get to never where you want to be?
If you can't find home in your heart, you won't find it anywhere.
Even still, this is a pretty good place to live.
How old is Stray anyway? He was with the glass artisan at the beginning of the man's career, and that artisan is probably at least 50 when we see him. I mean, unless he's aging poorly because all the bitter hate in his heart. I think 20 years is on the high end of cat life expectancy, especially for an outdoor cat. You're right, if Cape can invent a soda-propelled rocket, Stray could be 30 years old. So how many paws do you give cats? Only 3 out of 4 paws? I thought you'd give this movie top marks. Oh, yes, the animal cruelty. Not perpetrated on live animals, but still quite disturbing. Cats on Film Pod is voiced and produced by Ray Island with music by The Dose Man and additional sounds from freesound.org. Help us out by rating and reviewing the show in your favorite pod app. Cats on Film Pod.